Well, here's the story. We've had a family dinner this evening. My family has four kids in total: me, my elder sister, younger sister, and eldest youngest brother. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, our aunts, our uncles, damn, everybody's there. During the dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration of losing, and said in argument. The two of them were absorbed in the argument and realized the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up! I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point and was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. That's wild.
You said this is a sister, brother, whatever, telling this about their.
Hmm.
Hey, bro, I need to call my brothers and sisters because it seems like some people got ops for their family members. Because that's first of all, why you telling us you're mean drunk? Hmm, I felt like I do with the story because it just said she was drunk that night. Go ahead, bro.
Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows that he's a virgin and she didn't mean to say anything wrong. This annoyed me as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college.
Oh,
And that since everyone in the family knows that it's not a big deal, right? Turns out that her husband didn't know this, amazingly. I generally assumed that he must have known. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is now blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to, as I didn't do anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone, and all I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. Am I the asshole?
Yes! Yo, you just ruined a marriage because she called your brother a virgin, bro. Well, 100. First of all, 100 is
that's crazy.
that's wow. First of all, let's start there. 100, well over. She was getting around in college. That's her business, though.
I can see how it's possible though.
I didn't say it was impossible.
You did it.
Over, well over 100. That's at least 150 in my book. You don't say well over until it touch 50. So that's 150.
It's
If
like
somebody say well over, it
120.
got no 120 ain't well over.
well, it was like a good like 135, 137.
Okay, 137 men. It ain't your business. Because first of all, y'all ain't true sisters if you don't know if she told her husband that yet or not. Yeah, like y'all ain't never talked about that. She done told you. You ain't never be like, hey, don't tell. You know what I'm saying, Juwan. He don't know I've been fucking. So you clearly the asshole here. You ruined the marriage. All she did was hurt that man's feelings a little bit. And once he get a little piece of cootie cat, his confidence gonna go back up. You can't fix that. You can't fix that. That's crazy.
Because they definitely probably had conversations before they got married about their maybe about their past of things of that nature. I yeah, because she probably told his man if he asked, some men do. It definitely wasn't going to be 100. It probably wasn't even going to be 20.
So here's
100 is crazy.
my question is that he's upset. He left the party angrily saying that the sister misled him about her past. So like at that point, it's like the like did they meet like at Bible at like Bible college or something like that? Like is this
Hey, hey. I wonder if she told him that she was a virgin.
Oh,
Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Like, only been only one dude other than you. You know what I mean? Because she can't lie and say she a virgin. One dude other than you, and then you go to the family, the cookout.
they had two zeros.
Yo, they like, oh yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was married to somebody and I did not know that information, would I care? I ain't gonna say I would care about the number. Over 100 is crazy. Like I ain't shaming anybody. You know what I'm saying? anybody at all. But over 100 is crazy. And then for you to find out at a family function, not your family, hers. So you there as a guest, you chilling, you eating your food, they arguing, you ain't in it. You arguing with your brother.
I can
I
see it.
ain't got nothing to say about it.
See it now. Grandma Carrie,
Oh,
like hours knew she was a hoe.
yeah, grandma just straight up. Yep, yep. They knew. The family knew. He the only one got up mad. Everybody else just was like, shit's starting to add up.
With him saying he feel like he's been misled, I want to know, off hearing 100, what's the first thought about his wife that came to his mind?
Hmm.
First thought, you know what the first thought was? She probably said she was like a athletic trainer on the football team or some shit. Or she had to be something like that. She had to be popular. She was a cheerleader. You know
She
what I'm
trained
saying?
in the football
She
team.
was in a sorority. You know what I'm saying? Like she was doing something. So she was out there training. She's different type of training. But
Yeah,
I just think
it's
that's a
probably
lot
that.
to take in. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's put ourselves in in this guy's shoes. Shayla asked, "How would
Okay.
you feel if you found out that your wife was a hoe?"
If I believed she was a saint beforehand, it would be a lot to take in. I'm not one to judge off body counts. I don't even ask that no more. But if I was misled, it's not even that you a hoe that I'm mad about. It's that you a lying hoe. You know what I'm saying? How long, Shayla? When the last time you went to a family function? Let me, yo, I ain't peep her story, bro.
Shayla
She
said,
said, "Hey, I was a."
Shayla was like, "Hey, I did nothing." Okay, Shayla.
Yo, let me find out Shayla and submitted this. Shayla, how many siblings you got, bro? I'll just ask. 100 is 100 is crazy, but if I found out my loving wife had slept with over 100 men in college, would I be upset? Yes, because you're a lying hoe. It's not that you're a hoe. It's that you're a lying hoe. So I would have probably left too. You know, so that's embarrassing to find out some information like that from her sister yelling at her, and you ain't never heard this information before. As a partner, we got to be completely honest with each other. Otherwise, this ain't gonna never go nowhere. Like if you lying to me about the body count, I don't trust you at all now, bro. Because I know she done told him some calm shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little frisky in high school and college. You know, I probably had about 25 bodies. She probably hit him with something like that, and he probably belt up, okay, 25. You know what I'm saying? That means you was moving a little bit, but you weren't really. To learn he's about 137, I didn't know how old they were.
So
They
the
got the
elder
age.
sister was 29. Um, she didn't put her age though. But
No,
yeah,
the whole twin. I mean, the sister that was out here 29.
yeah.
No, 137 at 29.
I say one thing I'd have to ask you is how often were you getting tested? Because it's one thing that 100 is a lot, but to be because 4 years, that's what, 25 people a year in a 4-year university. Was that 25? 25? Yeah, that's 25 people a year. That's not that many people in a year. It's not that many people. Hey, bro.
Because he said that's not that many.
Hey,
You said that's not that many. 25 people in a year, that means what? About two people a month? In college, that means you was in no relationships because
true.
you couldn't have been in no relationship, or you could have, you just didn't give a damn. And two people a month single, it's still crazy because
It's not.
usually it's not in theory, but let's think realistically. If you have sex with two people in January, you don't spin the block at all. February come around, you still have sex with two more people. Don't spin the block at all. March come around, two more people. So that means like either you having terrible sex with these men each month, or it's just dudes just ramming the hell out of you, and to the point where you ain't got no type of entanglement with them at all. You just dishing it all, and then you lying. That's that's a Wilhelmina chain.
Because think about this. That's the hard thing to admit. you graduate. You 29 now. You graduate college when you 22, right? You 7 years removed from that experience. You've probably done a whole lot of growth to where you reflect and like I was wilding back then. So that's probably something you do want to keep to yourself because it's probably not your proudest moment.
My last point. Yes, you can keep it to yourself, but I feel like if you comfortable enough to tell your loudmouth sister, then you could tell your husband.
That's different.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's different.
So you telling me you could be in a relationship with a woman after knowing that she lied to you about something as simple as the body count? Because if I married you, we know each other on a deeper level to the point
Hmm.
where you should be able to, like, marriage. If it's a boyfriend, it is what it is. But marriage, y'all went through a whole process of all of that talking, making sure y'all was the right ones for each other. And then I learned you done had sex with everybody in the state of Georgia at the family reunion. That's crazy to me. I'm leaving too,
Can I ask
even
you a
if I'm the
question?
ride.
If you made a mistake 7 years ago, right, and you regret it to this day, right? It was an immature moment that period of time that you had, and you know, moving forward, if you told your significant other,
100 is more than a moment.
okay,
That's exactly
that's
what I was gonna hit
okay,
him with.
okay, okay,
That's
okay,
exactly
all
what I
right,
was
all
about to
right,
hit him with.
okay, okay. So
Wait, bro.
okay, 100 is a lot, but again, it's because I know people who do have that body count, and it's easier for women in college to do it because literally you just got to walk out and you can. It's your picking. It's your picking, and coming from a. So I went to. For anyone who doesn't know, I went to Syracuse University. It's the what it varies each year, but it's one of the top party schools in the country. You're going to get at least 4 days of partying each week, and there's at least 4 parties happening around campus. I know people, you get one person at one party, boom, you back out going to the next.
That's
Threesomes are not unusual. That's 3 bodies at once. Hey, that's another thing. Out of those hundreds, are those singles, are those one on ones or menage a trois or more? Because, okay, it's college, bro. 100 still wild, though.
I'm not arguing that a person cannot have 100 and some bodies. I could meet a girl, yeah, you're right, especially at 29, that done had some experience.
Hmm.
But if you gonna do it, don't lie to the nigga that wanna cuff you. If you gonna be out here, you need to tell this man, hey, I had a little fun in college. I'm letting you know that. Especially if he
You just lied.
asks,
You just lied.
what you mean?
You had a little fun in college, and then you gonna hit me with 100. You lied. Misleading.
I'm saying to you, they had to have, if for him to get mad, they had to have that conversation. If I've never asked you what your bodies is and your sister say you got 137, I'm asking questions. 130, I'm not mad, but it's like, God damn. But
Hey, you think he married her after hearing that? Beforehand.
no, they were married. They were married already. Oh,
so
you're
you
saying
think if he
I'm saying
was dating
beforehand.
her,
Yeah, if they were dating and the question of, and I don't even like that question though, but the question came up of how many bodies you had, and she said 100. Do you think he still says, "Oh yeah, this is the right one for me"?
I think if I can't speak for him, I'm gonna speak for myself. If he likes this woman to the point to think about marrying her, like, and then she tell him, okay, towards like once they get serious, I got 107 bodies, right? Am I gonna say, hell no, I'm not marrying you? I don't. I'm like, okay, personally, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nothing, if the only way I would care personally, if like we still stay in that town and now we walk in the streets and go into Kroger and niggas is just looking at you and whispering like, Hey, that's the shorty that me and such 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 had at the crib. That's when I'm gonna care. But if it's like you went to Syracuse and we stay in Georgia, I'm not caring to the point where I'm breaking up with you. Now, if you hiding it, I care. You feel what I'm saying? I care.
But then that means you always care, because that what you telling me is circumstantial. Because the hunter body matters to you based off location. It's circumstantial.
So Shayla just said that she didn't give him the option to be okay with it before marriage. Now they're married, and he feel like, dang, she lied.
Facts. Facts. That's the whole point. That's the point. That's the obvious point. You don't lie, and especially you don't go into a marriage with any lies, because that marriage is not going to be on a, you know what I'm saying? It's not a foundation that you can continue on. But just the hundred and some bodies itself, not to linger on to this conversation because you got more topics, but just the hundred and some bodies itself, I would not care, and it is circumstantial because it's as a man, you you want a wife that is not easily obtainable. And if you live in a city that everybody's had her, it's a hard fit. I ain't saying like I'm not gonna lie and say like I wouldn't care. I would a little bit if every time I go somewhere, every time I say something about my wife, they go, "Oh yeah, you right. I know about that." Because there's some dudes that are disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They've been called you out on like, yeah, your wife probably the best one on been with. Like that's some crazy shit to hear on a random Wednesday.
Yeah,
So
I brought the whole
we
family.
got to move.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, she's the asshole. Is she the asshole?
Yes.
Bring-
You can't just expose people' business like that.
yeah, that was wild. So yeah, so that's Reddit. Am I the asshole? Check out that subreddit if you want to read more stories like that. Let us know if you want us to read more stories on
I'm
stream.
never gonna forget that one though.
Yeah, that one's wild. Let's go through